Good morning. Hello, Stacy.
Good morning.
I cannot believe it is Wednesday.
I know.
What happened? It should be like Monday at the latest, but it's not. It's Wednesday.
Wednesday, wacky Wednesday.
Wacky wow Wednesday. All right, I got to find my music. See if I can get to it here. It's been crazy. What a crazy start to this day. Well, it's living up to its name, okay?
Yeah,
It's Wacky
wacky
Wednesday.
wild Wednesday. It's too
At
early
least
for
I know it's going to be fun, not boring. All right, where's my music? Here it is. Here we go. Got coffee. Oh, what's that? Time to your mind. Yes, indeed.
We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. You should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day. Isn't it so come on, let's play. Forget the rush you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
Right, we finally got this thing on the road.
Up and running.
What a crazy morning. So I have to tell you all, this weird thing has been happening with my computer. I'm trying to get some volume so I can hear Stacy here. So I guess I didn't shut the lid all the way on my laptop. And when I opened it up, it was upside down on the screen. And I thought I was still dreaming. I'm like, okay.
I need
I
more
obviously went somewhere really weird. So I shut it down 3 times. And then Stacy came on with me and there was no sound. So I had to reboot again and it booted her out. Well, anyway, long story short, we're here after a rough start.
We
but
are here.
it's not rough anymore because I see beautiful faces. Oh, I like the upside down smileys, Kathleen. Yeah, that's it exactly. It's an upside down, crazy, wacky kind of day. Oh, see who we got. Oh my goodness, Annie. Good morning, Annie. I hope things are going better for you, honey. How is Grayson today? Kathleen's here. Julie Kiss.
Yep. Blue Jean, Linda, Jennifer.
Deirdre's here.
Hey.
Deirdre, it was so good to see you yesterday. Kathy Hand must be on your way to work.
Yeah, Richard Morrow's here.
Rick. Auntie Jean's up.
Open Chatter's here.
I think we must have woke her up. I was the first one awake in the house this morning. Let's see. Is that it? Did we say hello to everybody? Oh, Prachetta is there. Good morning, Prachetta.
I think that's everybody for now.
Robert Dosa.
Robert Dosa.
Yeah, and Kathy said it's Wacky Wednesday for sure. It really is. It's living up to its name today.
I know the sun was out and then all of a sudden it started raining in the front yard. Just 2 seconds of rain or 2 minutes and then done.
Yeah. Isabel's here. Wow, we have a full house. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here this morning. I'm so happy that Stacy's here with me.
I'm happy to.
Just kind of holding my hand. I wasn't freaking out. I was laughing, actually, looking at my screen going, well, I could do the show, but I'd be like this trying to read the comments.
You have to stand on your head.
Yeah, for real. Oh, and Hope is here. Hope's glad that you're doing this, Stacy.
Yeah, me too.
In our Mama P company. Yes, indeed. I like company. All right, well, let's do our heart brain and get to talking.
Yeah.
I have such a good feeling about today, this whole day. I know it's got that upside down start, but we are turning that around.
Yes.
By
Turn
placing-
that around upside down.
Right, we absolutely are. So we're putting our hand on our heart to bring our focus. Breathing in deeply and slowly. And we're adding in love. Mm. I'm grateful for this day. I am still standing.
I am energized and ready to go.
I am healthy and I am happy.
I am aware of all good things.
I am peace.
And I am peace.
And I'm so glad that we have these peas in the pod. Uh-oh, what's Jean L'Oreal saying?
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh. I've been up since 3 o'clock. I didn't go back to sleep because I was afraid I would miss the show. Oh, Jean.
I feel a nap coming on.
Well, all the lights were out, Jean, so I thought I was the only one awake. So I should have just gone in there and said good morning.
Charlie's here and awake. Good
Hi,
morning.
Charlie. I am awake. Me too. Dear tree, I am an attractive nuisance.
Aw. And Marietta's here. Isabel says, I am worthy and blessed. Yes, you are.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Well, it's been a crazy week. It's been a week focused on abundance, focused on manifesting. You know, we had such a beautiful, beautiful time together yesterday. Many of you were there, and thank you for being there. And if you didn't get to see that masterclass with Michelle and I hope you watched it on the replay. She is absolutely amazing, and we had so much fun together.
She is wonderful, and it was just so powerful. I'm hoping my trip can get rescheduled and I can join because I just want to be there. Yesterday was wonderful, even though I was in the audience.
And that's just a taste of what we're going to do on the 22nd. So I'm excited.
I had a thought. The more we get rid of, the more we have.
Yes. I got chills when you said that. Oh my gosh. I love that. That's profound.
It just just came to me. And yesterday I was eating, I joined this new weight loss and I'm having to restrict fat and stuff, not good fats like olive oil and stuff. And it's the first time I sat and ate carrots without them being soaked in butter or something. And I am going on 54 years old. And I had the thought, this is the first time I've actually tasted a carrot. I mean, I've eaten them raw, but I've dipped them in stuff, but
Right.
it's the first time that I've actually tasted a carrot. Not everything that goes on it.
I love that, Stacy. It's that new awareness. And I think that's what this year is all about, isn't it? Becoming more aware and waking up to stuff like the taste of things. Just waking up to what we have. And we have sometimes so much more than what we even need in our lives. It just weighs us down. I know we talk about that a lot, but I think that's what we're coming to the realization of, that all of that extra baggage, it just keeps weighing us down and keeps us tethered to the 3D.
It does. It clutters what we really have that really matters.
Yeah. Okay. Either I froze or you froze.
Uh-oh. I don't know who's froze. I'm not froze on my side.
I still hear you. But let's see what's going on. Kathy says, I'm grateful my son left me a little hot water for my shower. I had a very restless night. Oh, Kathy, I'm sorry.
Oh, boy.
I don't like those restless nights, because then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm going back to bed.
Let me find these comments.
Deirdre
Yes,
says, Michelle's amazing. And thank you for bringing her into my life. I am so fortunate to have met her. I don't even know when I met her. It was years ago. You know who I met her through, Stacy? Joseph.
Oh, really? Oh, you're frozen. There you go. You're back.
Am I back? Are you back? Are we back?
The whack pack this morning.
Yeah, I met her through Joseph.
Okay.
Yeah. And as soon as I met her, I just knew she was somebody special that I had to keep connecting with. And we did. We've kept that connection all these years.
Yeah, I'm blessed that I met her in person at your retreat.
Yeah, at Angel Speakers.
Yeah, and I bought her book. It's a really good book.
It really is. Well, she's got two of them.
I've got a Year of Living.
Miraculously. I know, isn't it great? Yeah. We love to talk about miracles together. And, for a while we were doing a broadcast about miracles. And then, of course, life gets in the way sometimes and things get put on the back burner. So when she wanted to do something together, I'm like, I'm all in. Okay, I don't know which one of us is freezing.
To me, you're freezing, but I'm freezing probably.
Yeah, to me, you look frozen. All right, so which one of us, guys, help us out here. What's going on with our videos today? Because I can still hear you, Stacy. Whoops. All right, so let me see what's going on here with the audience while we try to get her video working right. Good morning, Brookie. Oh, Stacy's frozen. Yeah, I thought it was, but we will get this straightened out. Y'all send some good energy to Stacy's computer and let it straighten up. What else we got? I love your I ams. I'm just looking at all of those. And Julie, I'm grateful for God's protection against the you-know-what. As soon as we got here in Florida, we found out the in-laws have COVID. Oh, honey. Just add them to our prayer list and get some prayers flowing their way. For Chetta, you couldn't find the replay. It's on Enlightened World Network and EWN. It's also on YouTube, Prachetta, if you can't find it on Facebook. Oksana says, today I'm feeling like ease with every breath. I am feeling like certainty because the earth is still spinning and gives me life. I am feeling like always flowing like a stream down the mountain. I feel like a clear path in front of me. I am feeling unlimited when I look at the expanse of the sky and sunlight pouring so generously. I'm feeling like fresh air. All these feelings create even more health, my perfect body, more dollars, more wealth, harmonious relationships, the love of life, and adventures on my planet Earth. Thank you, Oksana. I'm so glad you're with us today. That's beautiful. Oksana writes so beautifully in her comments. And I know everybody on Facebook can't see them because she's on YouTube. But I just love the energy of what's brought forth when she comes in.
That is beautiful.
And you're unfrozen. You're thawed out, P.
For now, it must be the weather and my poor Wi-Fi connection. So
Yeah.
I hope I'm here, but I can't see all the messages because my thing keeps messing up.
You'll just have to talk then.
Sorry, y'all. Yes, miracles. I love miracles. I have a story to tell y'all, but after your card, if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's see what Kuan Yin has to say. Tammy just came in, making number 22 in the audience. Hi, Tammy. All right. Princess of the Autumn Harvest. Princess of the Autumn Harvest brings gifts of bounty and blessings for efforts and actions of the past. It is time when the fruit of your labors is ripe for the picking. A beautiful blessing is on its way to you now. With gratitude in your heart, you will recognize the blessing when it comes to you, and it will serve you perfectly. Be open to receive, knowing it is justly deserved.
Mm.
How beautiful. You know, sometimes it's like planting that seed. We don't see it. We don't see what's happening with it. But then when it pops through the ground and there is this beautiful plant, then we know that there was something going on, right? There was something happening. And that's how sometimes we forget about things we did behind us, you know, and we're so focused on the present, which is good, forgetting about what we've been through, not forgetting it, but leaving the energy of it behind us. But then if we've done like really good deeds and we've done the best we can do, then all of a sudden those blessings start coming to us. And we're like, oh, I remember that person. I remember I was nice to them, and look at them. They're being nice to me.
I always get a vision of the wildflowers that push through underneath the sidewalk. It's like they had such a long, hard struggle, but they're rooted and they came right through no matter what obstacle.
I used to have cracks in my driveway. When I had a driveway, there were cracks, and then the little plant would just spring up right through the middle of the driveway. And I'm like, well, that's so weird.
It was going to be here, darn it. Nothing's holding them down.
That's right. Perseverance. Brookie says, I'm paying closer attention to my energy and where it is flowing. I'm so grateful for the reminder. I am love, I am joy, I am free. I am releasing the shackles of my mind's distractions.
Nice.
Yes. I love that. And you were going to tell us about a miracle.
Yes. So, as you all know, I have 4 children. And after my 3rd child, I had tubal ligation because I was done with having children and I wanted to, raise the ones I have. I was at a difficult time in my life. And so I thought that was the best. So I had a psychic reading once, and they said, I see a little baby boy in your future. And I said, no, I have my tubes tied. There's no way. So I met my husband now, and we did in vitro. And we went through this whole process of the medicine and the shots and the tests. And we go there to get our eggs, and there was only 1 egg. So the doctor says, nope, we can't do this. One egg is ridiculous. It's 1 in a million shot. You'll never conceive. And I heard this voice in my head saying, that's your child. Well, I was never raised to question a doctor or anybody in any type of like higher, power or whatever. So I said to him, it just came out of my mouth, nope, this is my child. So we did the 1 egg, and I have a 20-year-old son now. So that's our miracle. He really was a miracle. And I listened to my guides and God.
That's the thing, isn't it? Listening to that voice, listening to nudges, knowing that intuitively that this is right. It feels right. It feels in alignment.
Mm-hmm.
And your son's adorable. I love your baby son.
Thank you, my big baby.
Your big baby. Yes.
Yeah, but I've witnessed miracles, and I believe wholeheartedly, just listen. Don't question, just listen. And he's been a wonderful part of this world in 20 years.
Amazing. Yes, I respect doctors. I really do. But at the same time, I respect that I can hear intuitively what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I butted heads with doctors before because I knew in my heart what I was hearing and what I was feeling and what my body was speaking loudly.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. I don't tell anybody to disregard what doctors are saying, but listen to your body and you'll know. Yeah. Oh, Charlie says he is 1 in a million, just like you, Stacy.
Oh, that's right, Charlie. Thank you.
What a beautiful thing to say. Glad you're awake this morning, Charlie.
Yes. I'm having a hard time with the messages, though.
Okay, Prachetta says, dearest ma'am, Prachir wanted me to ask you, his fur baby, Goofy, who turns 3 today, wakes up every night at 2 a.m. and doesn't let Prachir sleep until almost 5 a.m. Prachir feels he senses a visit from my parents. Is Goofy my fur baby junior who passed away on the 16th of January, 2012? Thanks so much. Wow. Goofy and juniors. So I'm just trying to fill in and ask the angels. I do muscle testing to make sure I'm hearing it correctly. I'm getting a strong yes. Stacy, are you getting anything?
Mm-hmm. I got chills as soon as she asked the question.
Yeah, I do the muscle testing as I'm asking them. And I got this, I get red light, green light. So that's how they talk to me in color sometimes for the yeses and the nos. And I got a deep green, like an emerald green light, which is the heart chakra, of course. And then it was like, yeah, it won't break. So the muscle testing and the green light both say, yes, that is your beautiful baby. How awesome is that? And I do feel like that's what's going on. That time of the morning, especially, we're so relaxed. And that's when spirit can really work with us and tell us things. I think that's why the angels have me writing the blog at almost 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, and I've asked, I'm like, can't we do this earlier? And I even tried last night. Okay, sitting down with my computer. I'm ready, angels, ready to listen. What do you want? And oh my gosh, it was like every distraction you can imagine. Everyone. It was like the phone kept going off and buzzing, and I'd squirrel and go off somewhere on a tangent with something else. I'm like, I get it. I'm not supposed to be doing this right now. And then when I did sit with them, it just flowed. It was just like, here's the message. Here's what we want you to know.
Mm-hmm.
It's all divine timing, isn't it?
It really is. My husband had a pretty cool experience the other morning. He told me about, he's a sleeper. He doesn't like to wake up too awful early, and he works from home. So he said he was half in and out of sleep, and he heard a voice in his ear, a lady's voice, and he thought it was me saying, turn your alarm off and get up. And he was like, I'm going to fight this for a minute. And then he heard it again. Turn your alarm off and get up. So he's like, fine. Turn the alarm off, got up, got ready, and got a phone call from a customer that was a big order that he needed. Had he been asleep, he would have missed it. In his business, it's all about timing.
It is all about timing with that.
He's learning to listen too.
Yeah. Right place at the right time. Well, happy birthday to Goofy today. He turns 3 months today. Oh, how sweet. We'll give him a big hug and just love on him, because that's what's needed right now. Just that reunion. Okay, so we got some testimonials here. Leo says, I also have a similar miracle. When my mom got pregnant with me, she was a newlywed and wasn't ready for kids. She tried all natural abortion methods, but they failed. I came to her in a dream and asked her the permission to be born. Told her I'd make her really proud, and that did it. 36 years later, I'm here. Woohoo, I survived, a born fighter.
Yes.
Oh, Leo, I am forever grateful that you did that and that your mom listened. And you are such a blessing to all of us.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
amazing.
I love these stories.
I do too. We have another one, Auntie Jean.
Okay.
She says, I love that, Stacy. Michael, my youngest, is a miracle also. The doctors told me I couldn't have any more children. They wanted to take everything out. I said I would leave it in God's hands. Michael, who is a minister, was born. I love that.
I got
Love
chills.
it. I know. I'd heard that story before, but I got chills just hearing it again, Auntie Jean. I'm so glad you're awake this morning and you're on here with us. What a beautiful gathering this morning. Y'all are amazing. And Prachetta says, absolutely. Yeah, give that doggy lots of love. And I love that he's named Goofy.
I love Goofy. My messages are popped back up.
Oh, good. Yay.
Little slow. Isabel
That's
says
okay.
it was meant to be in your, he was meant to be in your life, Stacy. Love the miracles. Thank you. I just felt that I needed to share that. It's been on my heart.
Glad that you did. And Marietta says, thanks for sharing, Stacy. You have inspired us all.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I had opened up Yogananda this morning to ask for a message. And it's my favorite, my absolute favorite. This little book I've had for probably close to 40 years now. And it's been with me all those years. I've never lost this one. I've lost the autobiography of a yogi several times. I know. But this one is small enough. It can stay in my purse and stay by my side. And this is my favorite paragraph in the whole book. And if y'all have this, it's on page 71. Let my soul smile through my heart, and let my heart smile through my eyes, that I may scatter thy rich smiles in sad hearts. I just love that. And even when we're not feeling like smiling, if you put that smile on anyway, you don't know whose life you're going to bless with it. You don't know who might need to see that. It might be the only smile they see that day. You may be the only spark of light that shows up for them. And that's why I love that so much, because, there's a lot of sad hearts out there. There's a lot of people that need to see that there's warmth, to see that somebody, cares and is not looking at everything as this negative world. There's a lot of negative in the world, but, we don't deny that it's a world of contrast, and there's black and white, and there's people that are grumpy and people that are hateful.
Yeah.
But we don't have to be that person.
No.
Be the change you want to see. If you don't want to see grumpy, then smile at somebody. Let them know that you're smiling at them.
What amazes me is when you smile at somebody and say, hi, how are you today? And they give you this puzzled look. And I wonder what's going on in their mind. Is it, I'm not worthy of this beautiful smile? Or what's behind, what's she want, you know?
Right. Oh, Tammy says, the doctor told me I miscarried my daughter and my body had not released her. I was sent to a doctor to have her removed, in quotes. She is now 20.
Mhm.
I love the miracles today. What's going on? I love this. I think it was meant to be a miracle sharing day. You know,
Yeah.
we started it with the masterclass yesterday. Michelle and I shared miracles, and we're going to be sharing more and more on the at the vision board workshop. But I love when we share miracles because it gives us hope and inspiration, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything
share
is
one
working perfectly.
Can I share one more?
Sure.
So when my daughter was born, I was in an abusive marriage. I was young. I was 19. And I had lost my grandfather 2 years prior to that. Well, it was a rough pregnancy. I had twins and I miscarried one of the twins and I carried Brittany, thankfully. And the moment she was born, my hearing went down to a buzz. I couldn't hear anything. I could see the doctor talking, the nurses moving around, working on Brittany. I could see Brittany was crying. I couldn't hear anything. And then all of a sudden, my grandfather's face appeared over Brittany. And I looked right at him, just like I'm looking at you. And he smiled at me. And I got this feeling like everything's going to be okay. And as his face faded away, I could hear again. So I had a visit. So I had a miracle of birth and a miracle of a visit from my grandfather on the same day.
I love that. I love how our loved ones that are in spirit can bring us messages, and especially something like that, Stacey. It's so profound, and you knew that that's what it was.
Yeah.
You
I
knew
saw
that.
him clear as day, like I'm looking at you right now, but solid, just his face. And yeah, I've never forgot about that. That's the most amazing experience I've had with spirit ever.
Beautiful. Yeah, I've had what I thought were dreams. Really, you know, the visits where loved ones came in to express something. So yes, I love hearing about the miracles.
Mhm. It's going to be a high vibration day. We are all just full of
Well,
miracles today.
I know that really does raise the vibration. I'm going to read a couple more comments. We got to get to our prayers. I can't believe that this has flown. Leo says, I'm grateful every day I survived my birth and survived a few near-death experiences along my path. I know now I was born to survive. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Oksana said, my father talked my mom into keeping me as well, thinking it was a boy. It is a miracle, and here I am shining my light and making my life and my mom's life more beautiful. Aww.
That's beautiful.
I'm so glad that all of these miracles, I'm so glad that you all are here. And look at, you know, you're here together.
Mhm.
We found our soul family. We found our group that just has so many similarities, so many things. I can't wait for that retreat, because I think when we're in person and chatting and sharing, we're going to find even more similarities. I really believe that there's so many that have had the same experiences and can share that joy of just knowing that we decided before we even came into this body, into this human experience, that we were going to meet up and be with each other. And it's such a blessing to do that, to meet each other.
Mhm.
I can't wait.
The few P's that I've met, I have felt immediate, like I've known them my whole life.
Yeah, that's how it's been. You know, I thought, well, I should make a list of everybody that I've met along this journey that I've met in person. So I might do that. Because, you know, right now, the angels had told me to write the blog every night. They're going to give a message every night. And they've been kind of revisiting some of the places and the people and the experiences. And last night I was revisiting California, and I was remembering every time they take me to that visit, it comes through so clearly. It's like I'm there again. So last night I was in California, even though I'm physically in Texas. And it was kind of a miraculous story. If y'all haven't found the blog, I know I write them early in the morning, so you probably don't even know they exist yet. But they had me title it Plan B, maybe the Plan A. And it's like we think that something is going to happen a certain way, but we come to realize that there was this other thing in the works all the time. And once we settle down, we find that that's where the blessing was, and that's what needed to happen. And it was about my visit there and my time with Rosalind, good vibes, one of our P's who's so amazing. And they had me go through pictures from that trip, and I found some really cool pictures. So those are included in the blog.
Is that one behind you on your background?
That was from California. I forget what this rock is called, but that rock is like way out in the ocean. And we were standing on the beach, and I kept looking at it, and it was like it was foggy that day, and the fog had that rock completely covered. You couldn't even see it from the beach. And then all of a sudden it appeared just miraculously.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love the ocean. I love the energy of it. And those birds, I love capturing birds flying. And they were just so cool as they were coming across. I can't remember if they were the geese, the Canadian geese, or what they were. They were big, I know that. And they just kept coming. So let's get caught up with what's going on with your family. I know we have a lot of your family in our prayers. Stacy, how's the family situation with their health?
My mom's doing well with her treatments, just tired and stuff. So she goes back in March for a scan to see if it's slowed down. My uncle's hanging in there. My son is doing way better. And my mother-in-law, they're still looking for the cause of her knees buckling and her falling. She hit her head pretty hard, but they did a CT scan and everything looks good.
That's
So
Mary, right?
Going on up there, yes. Have you met Mary before?
I thought I met her when I met you. Not positive about that.
We've been
You were at her house when I met you.
in Coral Springs, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I lived up in Orlando at the time. And that was a miracle meeting you for sure.
It was. And another one of those instant connections.
Yeah.
How's
Joseph
your family?
wanted. Sorry to cut you off.
That's okay. My family needs prayer. They need prayer. I wasn't told what was going on with my sister Billy. I know we've been lifting her up, and she was in the hospital, if you remember, for just a bit, and then still wasn't doing well after she got home from the hospital. And they had to do a heart cath, which nobody told me about. I'm not real happy with my family right now. I'm like, you guys need to tell me. And she goes, I didn't want to worry you. And I said, but that we do prayers and everybody wants to wrap their arms around you. So she promised me that she would let me know whatever's going on. So hopefully she will, but she's still not doing real well. They haven't found the cause of what's happening with her yet. So let's keep Billy really wrapped up in our arms of love and send a lot of prayers her way. And her daughter, Michelle, who lives by her, is not doing well. She's experiencing COVID for the third time. And she's a little bitty thing. So, she's just being knocked down with this thing. So please keep Michelle in your prayers. Her daughter is a godsend. She has a daughter that's 20, I think she's 21 now, either 20 or 21. And she just is such a blessing. She takes care of my sister when she's sick and makes sure that she's got everything she needs. She runs back and forth from her house to Billy's house. So I think everybody else is kind of status quo, but they're all still not in great health. So we just need to keep them all lifted up.
Definitely.
Sue Seacoff just joined us. Hi, Sue. And so glad you're here on YouTube with us. We're getting ready to go into our prayers. And Auntie Jean says, I wonder what the energy will be like when we all get together. I can't wait. Vermont is in for an even greater surge.
That's the truth.
You see Blue Jean's message?
Yes, I'm going to put my glasses on so I don't mess
Okay.
it up. Blue Jean says, I have been on the other side of miracles. Right place, right time to get someone out of trouble. I have been put in places to save lives, so has my guy. Listening to those messages is something we are both so grateful for. Yes, I have had never a miracle, but being on the other end of humbling.
Oh, Blue, I feel like you're a miracle in my life. You know, that was another miracle experience because I didn't know her. You know, she had been coming on the morning show, but she was so persistent. It was like a little gnat, but in a good way. She kept saying, you've got to come here. You've got to come here. And it was like the Fae were talking and saying, get her here. And finally I gave in. I'm going, okay, I'll come to Vermont. I'll come and meet you. And what a blessed experience there. Oh my goodness. We just had miracle after miracle while I was there in Vermont. And that's one of the reasons I'm so excited for us all to gather there, because it's a miracle happening place.
No, I cannot wait.
So glad she's in my life. She's in all of our lives. She blesses us every day by putting us in that crystal grid and lifting us up and sending healing. So thank you, Blue. You are a miracle.
Yes. And Tammy says, sending so much love and healing light. Prayers to your sister.
Thank you. All right, let's run through our names.
Okay.
Every day we lift up this whole group of people. And I want you to, as I'm reading the names, see each one of them stepping into the spotlight. Let's see this big circle, this big arena that we're all gathered around. And as the name is spoken, just see that person stepping forward into that circle. And we're all going to blast them with love. So, and if anybody has updates on your loved ones that you're putting into the prayer list or that you have put in there, please let us know. We love to hear about miracles. And Stacy, I love that your mom has some improvement and praying for her to really get past this. You know, our Kathleen reminds us that we're already on the other side of whatever this is, whatever we're going through. So see that person as they step into the center circle, see them as already healed or past their struggle, their challenge, whatever that looks like. And let's just love it into reality. Let's love it so much that they can see the other side of that mountain that they've been climbing. So we have our India family. We have Prachetta, Prachir, and Navriti. And let's add your new little fur baby Goofy in there with those prayers, because I really feel like that's a special dog that has intuitive abilities and is able to bring messages to you. We have Jasmine and her daughters, Anya and Myra, and her mom, Ronnie. We have Abha, my sister, Billy. Let's lift her up high and stick her right in the center of that circle and just really blast her with love arrows today. Her husband, Tim, still struggling physically, and her family, especially Michelle, her daughter, who's going through this COVID experience. My sister, Sheila, and her husband and family, especially Justin and Brandon, her sons. My brother, Gary, James, Loretta and Cecil and their family, Joanne Castillo and her family, especially her daughter Jackie and grandson Eris, Deirdre and Deirdre's daughter Danya, Deirdre's sister Steph and husband Bob, Adriel, Joni, Suzanne Millard. It was so good to see Suzanne with us on the Morning Cuppa. I hope there's improvement there physically. I don't think she gave us an update, but just the fact that she was here with us was encouraging that things are looking up.
Yes, definitely.
Marietta and Ed, Leo and his family and his friends, DJ Blaze, Lakshmi, Ken, Wendy, Jabby, Jim and his son, Ryan, Edwin. And let's remember the families of the children who were involved in the hit and run in Florida and the ones that are still improving physically from that. And hopefully the ones that didn't pass are surviving and getting better from their injuries. Rick and Josie Morrow, Danae DiCardio. And I know you all were doing more healing for Danae, Rick, so let us know if there's improvement there. Tammy Williams, Vicky in Georgia, Meg and Jim Lorio and their family. And what a blessing. That was a miracle that their house didn't burn down. They do have a little damage, but the house is intact. They're able to live in it. They're in it. And such a blessing that is the case there. Okay, we have Jean, our Auntie Jean and Ron Lorio, lifting both of them up. They both had doctor visits yesterday. And so let's pray for their health, pray for a miracle, for their life. They're such a blessing to me and to all of us. Our Auntie Jean just keeps us on our toes. So let's pray for improvement in health and keeping on. Her family is in our prayers, especially her son, Michael, who just went through surgery. Christine and her husband, Carrie, and their family. Mary Lou Burdick and her family. Catherine and Michael Kovacs and your family and your fur babies. Roslyn Good Vibes. Mira Rubin. Sally and Tony. Kathy and Bob Hand and her family. Her friends Patty and Sonia, Bob and Candy Hand, Kathy's co-workers, Pat Moss. Concerned about our Pat Moss. She hasn't been on with us in a bit, so let's all send a lot of love her way and just let her know that we haven't forgotten her and keep her lifted up, and her grandchildren, Olivia and Tom, and her sister Susan. Becky and her son Travis, who just had surgery and had a difficult time afterward. We've been really praying for improvement with Travis. Erica Hoppy, wrapping her arms around beautiful Erica, who just lost her mom, and praying for her and her family. Corrine, Charlie Coons and his family, and his brother Raymond, and Raymond's wife Kathy. Hope Wellington Marshall, so glad you're with us today. Praying for you and Zena and your parents, Trey Horn, Andrea Gregg, Catherine, Eric, John, Tatiana, Annie Seven, lifting you up, and Grayson, and hoping that Grayson's doing well. Regina and Adam, Kirk Taylor's family, Cassandra, Destiny Ortega, Luz Orsini and her sister, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, Jennifer and Micah Landgren, and Jennifer's brothers, Chuck and Ken, Oksana, for you and your mom, Amber, Jenna, Katia, Maximus and his teacher, Herb, Isabel and Paul Reese, and their daughters Inesh and Teresa, Linda and Dick Lemieux and their sons and her grandchildren, and Linda's friend in Sarasota. And Annie says Grayson's doctor's appointment is on the 31st. He has to stay home until the exam. Well, we will lift him up for the very best outcome for Grayson. Stacy and Josh Lord and their children and grandchildren, your mom and your uncle and your mother-in-law, Mary, Wayne, Blue Jean and Dave Walensky, and their fur babies, Pocky, Gruff, Whizzy Bee, Blue, Lulu Bell, and Gizmo, Pam and Gordy, and lifting Gordy up high for physical healing and for emotional healing. Lindsay, Kat, Candy, and Pastor Bruce, Dr. Beard, Jenny Reed and the family of John Reed, Jay and Lee. And we're putting Mary Jane back on our list with the Vermont people. Blue informed me yesterday there's a need there to lift her up and to especially lift Betsy up, who's also there in the area. The whole Deerfield Valley in Vermont, which is under snow right now. Brookie, Woodside, and your family, the Girardi family, Jeanette and Ernie, Sean, Angel and Derek Fullerton, and Derek is showing improvements. He's been going through chemotherapy and they're going to continue the treatment. So I'm happy for that improvement. Lily Ann and her family, her children and her grandchild. Kathleen Caputo, lifting you up for healing for your eye. Catherine, baby Wyatt, baby Haven, Alba, Dottie and Don, Tom Brown, Grace Isis and her father Edwin, her sisters in India and all their children, Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Karen Palmer. Karen just lost her father a few days ago, and so we're wrapping our arms of love around her and her daughter Marissa, her mother, who's also going through some things, and she's in Florida. So lifting up that whole family. Elaine Armstrong, Elena, Tabby. We haven't seen our Tabby in a while, so let's wrap arms of love around Tabby. Irene, Heaven and Son, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine, Bill, Tammy Fisk and your daughter and your sister Tracy, Kelly, Rochelle and her mom Rose, Stephen, Donna and Todd's family, Tina Carzo, Catherine, Tony Hidalgo and her family, Tam, Ruth Anderson and her family and her sister-in-law Sharon, Jeannie in Colorado and her sister Merle, the whole area of Boulder, Colorado, who just went through the devastating fires, Deb Goldberg and her family, Michelle with breast cancer, Crystal and Dean Nobles, and their sons Gabriel and Jacob and Brody the dog, Laura Hill, Joanne Rice and the family of Bob Rice, Soma, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea. Let's lift up our Sharon. She's going through some physical things right now, so let's lift her high and blast her with love. Nick and his family, Sherry Gatewood and her brother-in-law Padama, Anaya Hummingbird, Tammy Hill and family, Phil B., Lynn Garriger, Danya Navarro, Wendy Roberts, Terry Wilderman and her father, Mary Crincoli and her friends J.H., Mike, and John, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Jose, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fadil, Camilla and Nick, Lynn Andriazzi, Frank, Albie, Viola, Kenneth, Bobby, Mansi, Kamal, Maddie, Akil and the Pakistan orphans, Noel, Yuri, Scott, Letitia, Mary, Raven Dalek, Joshua, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Pam Dyke, Betsy, and Betsy really needs our prayers. She's up in Vermont also. Kimberly, the family of Trevor Gotardi, Ellen, Sue Seekoff and her family, and especially Richard, Ethel Huggard, Terry Gilstad, the Walters family, Chiara, Ricardo, Cynthia's dad, Sharon Stroud, Kirlani, Marissa, Allie, Bree, Claudia, Gracie, Catherine O'Shea, Marianne Pesci and her family, Cassandra and Danny Gary, Lenny, Fiona Dilston, Pamela Dawn, Rick Ulfick, and Rick is home from the hospital, but still needs the recuperation period, so lifting him up after a heart attack. Sophia, John Thaddeus Fiore, Kuka Carney, who just lost her mom, Bob Simon, and I heard from my friend Sherry that Bob did have a seizure and he is in the hospital. So praying for him for recovery. Michaela and Sharon Boyle, lifting her up for blessings. So any of the others that you would like to put in there. Well, hello to Tammy Irene Hodge. Thank you for being with us. Tammy says, pray for my daughter, for me, my daughter, and daughter-in-law, who are both sick. Prayers for Tammy to improve her blood pressure. Absolutely. You're in our circle, and we've all placed all of these into our circle. It's a pretty big circle right now. And let's just send healing love and light to each and every one. And the one I didn't mention is our Mama Gaia. So let's all just breathe in love, breathe it in directly from Source, Creator, God. Let that light come into our hearts. And then let the love in our heart flow down to the center of Mother Earth. And to see it coming back up and wrapping us all up in love. Every inhabitant of Earth, every animal, all of nature, the mountains, the valleys, the rocks, the grass, to see Mother Earth's touch with everything that has energy. And feel it in your heart. Really feel that arms of the mother wrapped around you right now, nurturing you, holding you. And let's just say gratitude for our Mama Earth. That feels so good. And every day we wrap our arms around each other. Thank you all for being here today. And yes, Marietta, everything is working perfectly. So let's do our heart telephone and get on with our day. Stacy, do you want to lead us?
Yes, I do. All right, y'all. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
Love you. Big hugs for everybody. Y'all are amazing. What a great day to celebrate miracles.
Mhm.
And yes, 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 everything is as it's supposed to be. Everything is working perfectly. And especially our Leo, our music man. We're going to play his song to take us out of here and get us moving and jiving.
Morning, Earthlings! It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on! Come on, let's play, it's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peaceful peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead, wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of.
Cuppa Fulla Joy.
Joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always more space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a
Cuppa Fulla Joy.
Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high five, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high five, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa joy. Cuppa Fulla Joy.
Right.
I always want to grab some maracas.
I love that song. And it ended at 9/11, which is a magic number in my life. That's when the journey started. And as I was doing the number crunch, I realized that the 22nd, which is when we're doing the Miracle Vision Board Workshop, will be 500 days on the road of the Peace on Earth tour. So we've had some designs for shirts. So I'm making a commitment. Today, I'm going to see if I can get a shirt made up so we can all have a 500 days on the road shirt. And let's bring them to Vermont with us and really celebrate this time that we've had together on the Peace on Earth tour. Stacey, thank you for being here today. What a blessing you are in my life.
Oh,
love you, my sister.
You're a blessing in my life, and I love you right back.
So everyone, stay in your hearts and stay blessed. Have a beautiful, magnificent, wacky, wow Wednesday. And remember the miracles that were shared today. That'll keep you warm and keep you lifted up.
Yes. And miracles will happen today, too.
Oh, yes. Claim it. Declare it a miracle day.
It is a miracle day.
And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everybody. I love you. I love you, Stacey.